So today is the 29th, and I am going to start by just real quick. This was the homework on Wednesday night, and some of the kids just wanted me to show the homework, but then show the answers. So real quick, this class has already been over the homework, and I am just kind of going to scroll through showing it just for the sake of, if you are at home and need it, you can pause and just kind of look real quick. I got number 6. Key was you had to show all your work, all the steps. Okay. Last page. You got too many of them? It's okay. Just stick it on that desk pad there. It's no biggie. And the last ones. What we're going to do now is tomorrow we've got a 100-point test on good old equations and inequalities. And we are going to go through this study guide. The study guide will be a great help if you get with me and pay attention, guys. I'm going to do my best to help you as much as I can. Starting out, there is one definition that we don't really have to know, like the definition, hint, hint. We need to know more like what word it is. So, this is 4th period, and I've done this in every class, so here we go. We need to know the word inequality. The word inequality means that it is a mathematical sentence that compares quantities. Ooh, I ran out of room. I hadn't run out of room in any of the other classes. Quantities. Then I'm having to watch my spelling. Okay, so an inequality is a mathematical sentence. Whoa, slow down. That was kind of crazy. Well, I'm trying to make it all pretty, but it is not working. Give me a second. There we go for my friends in the back of the room. Okay, it is a mathematical sentence that compares quantities. It's telling you if this is bigger than that, that's bigger than this, or if they're equal to. Okay? There are 4 symbols you need to know. It does not matter what order you put them in. This is the order I put them in. It doesn't matter. Like, you can have them in a different order, but you should be filling in your paper with me. Okay, I will tell you right now, big hint, tomorrow you need to know the word inequality, and you need to know these 4 symbols. Once again, doesn't matter what order you put them in, but those are the 4 symbols you need to know. Okay, so the first part of this study guide says, write an inequality for the following statement. Every time you see inequality, you want to think greater than, less than signs. You want to think that. So here we go. Writing number 3, it says you must be older than 16 to play in the baseball league. So your age, and I'm going to use A for age. It doesn't matter what the variable is, but your other side's going to be the number 16. And in between that, we need a greater than or less than sign or equal to sign. So if it says you must be older than 16, your age must be older than 16. What symbol do we want? Greater than. You got it. Okay. Okay, do 4, 5, and 6. It really doesn't matter what variable you use. so when you see writing inequalities, that's what we're needing to write. We need a variable, a number, and one of those symbols. So if it says you must be, number 4, you must be at least 48 inches tall to ride the roller coaster. I've got H for height, and if you need to be at least 48, you need to be equal to 48 or what? Greater than. So you've got to have that equal to sign. And then the greater than. Okay, the test will have less than 20 questions. Test less than 20. That one should be kind of easy. Said the exact words. Okay, the concert will be no more than 120 minutes in length. So think about it. It can be 120, right? Or what? Less than. Like the concert is up to 120 or shorter. Please turn around now. Please. All the way. Thank you. Now, looking at the next part, I need you to look at the directions when you take this test tomorrow. This test is very choppy. It's very like there's little sections. And each section you have to do the right stuff. So this one says, is the given value a solution to the inequality? It has 2 things you have to do. First, you show your work. Then answer yes or no. Part of your grade is showing your work. Okay, so I'm going to do an example here with number 7. On number 7, it says A equals 5. So they want you to put a 5 right there where A is. And then copy the rest of the problem. And now think about it. 5 plus 6 is 11. Is 11 less than 12? Yes. Then go over here and write yes. But you've got to show your work and the yes or no. Okay. Go ahead and do 8, 9, and 10. I'll give you a few minutes. That far down. So number 8, did you get 18 is less than 17?
Yes.
And then no. Okay, 9. I'm going to put a 25. What is 25 minus 12? 13. So is 13 less than or equal to 8?
No.
Nope. Okay. Number 10. Got her door cracked. I got mine cracked. So I hear everything. Okay, so D is 3. I'm just going to put a little 3. Is 7 greater than or equal to 7? Yes. Okay, so that is how you do that section. One of the things I'll probably do tomorrow is peek at your test before you turn it in. Not for the idea like, do you have the right answers, but did you do all the work? Because that might be like 2 points, 2 points. So if you forget to do all the work, if you didn't show all this, that'd be 8 points off. So I need you to read the directions. Okay, now on the next part, now we're going to write and graph an inequality. 2 steps. We have to write it and graph it. Okay, so writing it is going back to the greater than less than sign in a variable. So if it says number 11, you must be at least 13 years old to participate in track. So your age, 13, so you got a variable and a number. Doesn't really matter what the variable is, just give me a letter. Your age must be at least 13. So it's 13 or what?
Less. Greater than.
No, I meant at least 13. So my age needs to be either equal to 13 or what? More, greater than. Does that make sense why I did that? So you got to be at least 13 or more. Okay, now that you've gotten that, we can go over to the graphing. You have to have memorized tomorrow this. If you don't know it, you might want to write it down. That if you see the boring greater than or less than sign, you get to put a boring open circle. If you see it with the equal sign, you get to put a boring, it's not boring, closed in circle. Okay, I'm just putting it on there one more time. It should be in your notes somewhere. Okay, so 13. Yes, I need you to put a number on each one of these. If we give you this many lines, use them. Okay, 13 needs a closed circle on the line, not flying in the air, on the line, or greater than. So I'm going to go this way. Okay, and I should be able to see what you graphed or what you colored in easily. Okay. Number 12. All lunches cost less than $4. So the cost is less than 4. The cost of the lunches is less than 4. Is that good on that one? Okay. I'm going to try to graph it. Listen, if you are doing this and you are going down, yes, -1 is next. Your number line looks just like the one on my wall. Don't just stop because you hit negative numbers. Just write it on there. Okay, so I need an open circle at 4. And less than would be this side. Okay. And then 13, the 6th grade classes have 20 or more students. So the classes have 20. So if it's 20 or more, can you have 20? Yeah, we can equal 20 or more or bigger. Okay. So put 20. So I need a closed circle. And when they said or more, I need to go toward 21, 22. Everybody good so far? Okay. It's goofy. Like this test to me is super easy because it's like the same thing over and over and over and over and over. But there's just a lot of places to miss points because there's a lot I got to look for. Like if you close in all these dots, right there I'd probably take off 2 points. You know, if you shade that side, I got to take off 2 points. If you don't write these and we ask you to, it's probably 2 points. I mean, it could be 4. I don't know yet. So just watch directions. Now, on the study guide, please look at the next section. We have accidentally put a weird line flying through the middle of this section. I don't know why it's there. It just happened. So I'm going to erase mine just because I'm the teacher. Okay. Now, what we need to do is basically what we did on last night's homework. We're going to determine which number is the solution to the given inequality. Show your work. Okay, so here we go. this is our inequality. These are our solutions. I'm going to take 7. I'm going to put it where the F is. I'm going to put 7 plus 10. Copy the rest of the problem, the less than 18. Now I'm going to answer. 7 plus 10 is 17. Is 17 less than 18? Yes. Yes. So we're going to, and I'm going to circle the 7 just for the fun of it. Okay. Now I'm going to do the next one. I got an 8. Is 18 less than 18? No. Now we'll do the 9. Please show all 3 of them. Like if there's 3, show all 3. Okay. I'm going to draw a goofy line just to kind of separate mine. Okay. Now I'm going to do 15. Guys, stay with me. Keep up. Here we go. 8 minus n is greater than or equal to 8. So I need to put 0. 8 minus 0 is 8 greater than or equal to 8? Yes. So I'm going to circle the 0. Now I'm going to try the 1. 8 minus 1 is 7. Is 7 greater than or equal to 8? No. I'm going to try the 2. Got 6. Is 6 greater than or equal to 8? No. Okay. Then we'll do the last one. There's one more over here. We have to have memorized that 4 next to C means multiply. Okay. So 16 is less than or equal to 4 times 4. Yes. I'm going to circle that one. 16 is less than or equal to 4. Writing. There won't be this many problems tomorrow. Like, we've made it where you can finish it in one class. Okay. Now, give you a second to catch up. This is still writing and talking about inequalities. It's just using a chart or a graph, or a picture as they call it. A state park recorded the number of cars entering the park last week. On which days did more than 65 cars enter the park? Use the inequality, cars greater than 65, where C represents the number of cars. Basically, all it is they're asking you what days are greater than 65, which the answer is Wednesday and Saturday. I'll admit, it's kind of goofy, like it's a lot of words for just naming some days. Now, I need you to get with me for just a minute. I'm going to give you a large hint that the question tomorrow is not exactly like that one. Okay? I really need you to look up here and watch, or tomorrow you might be really like lost. So let's quit working on the back and look up here. Okay. The question tomorrow looks like this. It is a picture of a teeter-totter. And a teeter-totter is the thing that you sit on at the playground and it goes back and forth like that. The teeter-totter on the test is even drawn, I think, something like that. Okay? So you got the thing you sit on, and y'all know what I'm talking about, it goes up and down. Okay. Now, I want you to think about something. Pretending it's like a balance beam or weights. This end of it, is it heavier than that end? Yes. Yeah, because listen, if it's down, if it's touching the ground, and think about it more like weights. Think about if you had a balance thing and you put something heavier on one end. That end goes down. Now, on this end is some math problem, otherwise known as something like that. And on this end, there is some number. So let's say, I don't even know, let's say it's 21. I don't even know what it is. I want you to think about it. If I asked you, like, this is the way the picture looks, and I'm asking you to compare them, meaning, what is this compared to this? Is it greater than, less than, greater than or equal to? Like, this end is what? Heavier. It's bigger, right? It's greater than. Think about it that way. It is greater than. Do y'all see why I picked that to be bigger than that? Okay, now, so I've written, this is step one. You write an inequality for it, and you're pulling the numbers right off the teeter-totter. The weird part is after that, we ask you to test some numbers. So we ask you to see if, like the number 7. So if I put a 7 where x is 7 minus 7 greater than 21? No. Then maybe I ask you to test 20. So is 20 minus 7 greater than 21? No. Then maybe I ask 50. Is 50 minus 7 greater than 21? Yes. So you write the inequality, and then you'll test out some numbers and tell me yes or no. Just remember, whatever side is down is fatter, is greater than. Does that make sense? Kinda? Okay. So, that is a large hint about tomorrow and the teeter-totter question. Now let's go to the back. Okay. On the back, there's a little fixing up to do. First off, will you mark off where it says check right here and check right here? We accidentally left it on there and we shouldn't have. Just mark them off. We don't need them. Okay. The other thing is we decided to take fractions off and we'd already made the study guide. So, will you just change this problem to 3s equals 9? Now I'm going to mark it off. Change it to 3s, equals 9. Sorry. We have now swapped to equation. That means all these things have equal signs. Okay? Now, I'm going to do one with you and then let you kind of keep going. So number 18 says, solve and check each equation. Number 18, 4x equals 28. 4 times x. So the opposite is, no, wait. Like, this is times, the opposite is division. Okay, making sure. Leaving me with x equaling 7. 7 times 4 is 28. Okay, now, to check it, I need you to go down here. I need you to copy the problem. 4x equals 28. I know it's been 2 weeks since we did this, but we got to remember old stuff, guys. Now, you said x is 7, so I'm going to put a 7 right where the x is. And I'm going to test it and see if it works. Is 28 equal to 28? Yes, so I've got that one correct. If you are truly checking these things on this part, we shouldn't miss any. Okay, keep going. Do the other ones. Going to be interesting. Once I drew those lines, I realized they didn't work real well. That's okay. Here we go. I'm going to do 19. So if it's 3s, the opposites divide by 3, leaving me with s equals 3. Okay. If I check it, I'm going to write the problem. Fill in s is 3. And 9 equals 9. Good to go. Listen, if you got a question, stop me and ask me. I'm trying. 23? Okay, but 23, it's not a fraction. It is x. Is an x? Yeah. X divided by 5. So the opposite of division is multiplication. So we're going to do 5 like times 5 on each side. Okay. Leaves me with x equaling 60. Okay. This is why we do study guides, because it was the week before the Thanksgiving break week that we did this. So it's been 2.5 weeks. This is why if a teacher gives a study guide, I mean, usually it's kind of important. Okay, my x was 60, so I'm going to put a 60 up there. And you should really be testing that. Like 5 goes into 6 once. There'd be 10, and then 5 into 10 is 2. That is 12. That is 12. I'm good to go. I'm going to go up and do 20 now. I get 42. If I check it, that one right. Kind of using some mental math, but I'm checking it, guys. Okay, I'm going to go down and do these, 21 and 22. Minus 5, minus 5. I have to check for all this work. So, okay. Then, I have to check for, did you do all this checking? I hope y'all are finishing this with me, guys. This is 4th period, so it should all be done. Like if I'm doing it, you're doing it. Okay. Times 7, so the opposites divide by 7. minus 5. Okay. The bottom, the 24, 25, and 26 is honestly just like what we did earlier with graphing. Just a little bit more practice. If you will notice, the only thing is, as you get down here, the only thing is it's kind of odd looking. It looks like that's one big long number line, but it is 3 of them. Okay? Now, it says solve the following inequalities, so we're back to greater than less than type signs, and graph your solution on a number line. Here we go. So listen, be finishing this up with me. Okay, we got plus 8. The opposite is minus 8. Leaving me with n is greater than, I think it's 44. Yes, 44. If I go down here and I graph this thing, I'm going to have a 44 about in the middle. That would be an open circle at 44, and since they want greater than, I'm going this way. Okay. I'm going to go to 25 now. I'm going to try to do it in a different color just so it'll fit. 9R, the opposite would be divide by 9. Nine times 4 is 36. Close circle. And if R is less than or equal to 4, I got to go this way. And the only reason I changed pin colors is so you could see the difference in each graph, each number line. That's okay. I'm just trying to finish up before this class ends. That's all. I'm going to leave it up, and it'll be on, and I'm going to post it as a video later. Before the bell rings and the craziness of the class change. That is a B, is what one of my other classes said. Listen, it's not time to pack up yet. Please be checking your work. So B is, stop, guys. Listen, I got some of y'all who need and want a really good grade tomorrow. There will be no retakes on this test. The test honestly looks just like the study guide. I will be here in the morning if you have questions, but I really want the study guide finished if you come in with questions. I don't mind questions. I just want you to show me you tried. B is less than 55, so we need an open circle. Less than. Okay, guys, this test is a one and done, meaning we're going to do it one time. Please stop. Also, if you are not here tomorrow, be prepared to take it Monday, and so on. Okay? Yes? I will look for that. Give me just 1 second. Good luck. Finish your study guide. Still not doing it. 1 second. I'm not trying to hurry, Haley, I promise.